Welcome to my homepage. I want to keep this video casual as you, because the rest of the time you'll be surfing, looking around at my homepage. Um, my name is Antu PhucHoang, um, and the reason you're here is most likely because I'm looking for a position in New Jersey as a senior digital marketing manager. So I just want to take this short time to introduce myself. Um, I'm 43 years old, Vietnamese heritage. I was born in 1973 in Saigon. My family is part of the last royal family of Vietnam. My dad served in the South Vietnamese Navy, and he was part of the Vietnamese War. Um, Both my parents have graduate degrees. My my mother has a degree in was a lawyer, and my dad has a MBA. And um, during his time in during over his lifetime, he taught at Naval Academy in South Vietnam. Um, Having said that, I was I left the country in 1979, part of the wave of Vietnamese boat people. And I spent a year in a refugee camp overseas in Asia. And in 1980, me and my family and some relatives immigrated. We were sponsored to Canada. I come from a large family, um, and a lot of them made it to America before we set foot in the West. Um, During the evacuation of Saigon. Um, I guess some other tidbits like I'm 43. I was married for a short time. I'm now divorced. I have no kids. So I'm looking to uh, uh, make my life interesting by emigrating to New Jersey. I hope you like the sound of that. Um, a little bit about my education. When I first came to Canada, having spent a year in a refugee camp, um, I was a year behind in school. So I ought to have been in grade two, but I had to start at grade one. Um, but nonetheless, when we came here, we had nothing. And the rest of our family, also had to start all over again. So each one of the family parts had to fend for themselves. Um, Having said that, I was told to study really hard. So I went on to engineering, but I had a change of heart, so I took economics. Um, Economics is a very interesting field, and I like it very much. Um, I consider myself a lifelong learner, and my next my next education goal is to get my MBA. I already have a postgraduate certificate in management, and with that, that helped me get accepted into an MBA program. And you know, on my social media, um, I'm very supportive of education. So I just learned about the emerging emerging leaders program, where if you take it, you can actually run for office. So that's very interesting to me. So you never know what's around the bend. In terms of vocation, for the last 15 years, I spent my working hours uh, in digital operations. Pardon me, running advertising for new media, what they call new media, ads on websites and things like that, newsletters, so on and so forth. Um, but that wasn't my first job. I started working full time, actually in the university, um, at a brewery. So a tidbit about me is that I know how to brew beer. I know how to drink beer. It comes in handy sometimes. And then after I graduated school, I interned briefly. I was an intern briefly at General Electric. And then from there, um, as I had changed of heart and I wanted to do this, what you're seeing now, and probably why you're here. looking for someone, which is digital ad operations, digital communications, digital marketing. Um, at the moment, I run my own successful small consulting firm. It is incorporated, um, and I have a few big clients. Uh, one is they're both associated with the Tibet freedom movement, Tibet democracy movement, Tibet human rights movement. Um, and from there, I also branch out to other organizations that I help once in a while. Um, I'm looking for. I'm not looking for. If you look at my resume, I'm not looking for 2 or 3 rungs up. I'm just looking for a senior management position. Really, my primary focus is a salary of 75 to 85,000 a year in American currency, and with an H-1B visa, and I'll move with my own expenses. Um, Personal side note, what you see behind me is mine, and I'll just leave and buy a new place in New Jersey if you give me a job. It's that easy. And I also have family in New Jersey. I have family throughout the United States. Um, they all know me. They can all vouch for me if you need something for your H-1B application. And also, I have family in Canada that will also vouch for me for your H-1B application. Um, my future goals are, of course, to get to New Jersey on H-1B visa with job in hand. Um, I want to start, since I was married very briefly, I want to try again to start my own family once I get there. Um, and the whole idea is to retire well with like kids and a nice wife and a couple of nice homes and a good professional reputation. So that's all there is basically about me. Um, I hope you take your time and join my homepage. Hopefully, I'll see you later. Bye bye.